dropping them directly on your chin. Knock fools out, pick them up, knock them out again. Slugs and crunch go falling to the floor. Feet start stumbling, moving for the show. Here goes Fofo, drawn back for the haymaker. What the so hard, made a man's late shake. Whoop, whoop, there be the battle call, straight North Coast.
All right, this, by the way, Insane Clown Posse, may be a song that first described what is now being referred to as a game that some people are playing in this town, in which it's some people are going to, point them out, knock them out.
Point them out, knock them out. Yeah.
Which is the idea of videotaping an assault. Like deciding you're just going to go punch a guy and videotape it and then go off and put it on YouTube so that you and all of your friends can get arrested. And this had very tragic consequences over the weekend as a man was killed during this game, a 62-year-old guy. Father of, 10? He had 10 kids, I think, in his family.
Yeah, it's quite a...
And he was out collecting cans, and these thugs come up, and one guy videotapes, and these two guys knock him out and kill him.
Yeah, pick him out and knock him out is the phrase.
Pick him out and knock him out.
Prosecutors claim it's called. This is what it's come to.
Our old friend Tisha Lewis from Fox Chicago is on the Super Celebrity Hotline. She's been covering this story for them. And Tisha, it's just to me... it's one of those things where it's so ludicrous. It's so out. It's so crazy. I can't even wrap my brain around what these guys must be thinking.
Well, you know what, Richard and Roper, you guys, ludicrous is the best word to describe it, and a lot of us can't even wrap our minds around how teenagers, all of the three teenagers involved in this, all under the age of 21. There's a 18-year-old, 17-year-old, and the youngest 16. It is part of this pick 'em out, knock 'em down game that the prosecutors are talking about, where they literally pick out a random target, and in this case it was 62-year-old Delfino Mora, father of 12 children, 6 boys, 6 girls, and his wife of 40 years. And we went to the house yesterday, and they are completely devastated, as you might imagine. Showed us some home video of him performing norteña, which is the traditional Mexican songs, and playing the guitar, and he was really the life and the heartbeat of this family, and he's gone unexpectedly, and for really no reason at all besides these 3 teenagers who are accused of this heinous crime, who apparently just wanted to have some fun, and the outcome is death.
Yeah,
really
well,
no justification or explanation for it.
I think it's going to be very hard for them to argue in court successfully that it wasn't them, because they videotaped it. And one of them, posted it on YouTube, right?
Absolutely. It was videotaped. It was posted on YouTube. And here's where the story even takes a stranger twist. It was apparently posted on Facebook, And
I'm sorry, Facebook, right.
That Facebook posting made it back to one of Mora's sons, who was able to identify his own father in this beating. And so that just goes to show you it's a small world, and how social media even makes that world even smaller. Out of all the people that could have seen this video, it somehow worked its way back to one of Mora's sons, who saw the video and identified his father and obviously contacted police.
Tisha, has there been any word from any of the 3 suspects or their families about, and to say what was going through their brains gives them credit for having a brain, but what they were thinking, or any comment whatsoever about, are we getting the usual, these are good kids kind of nonsense from the families?
Well, as you know, the 17 and 18-year-old appeared in court this morning, so the families, I don't think, have been contacted just yet. The 16-year-old was arrested over the weekend, and we didn't get his name and all that information until late, and so we haven't heard from the families yet. But a lot of times in these cases, this isn't the first story that we've done with this kick them and point them out and knock them out. A lot of these cases, these are otherwise good teens with no criminal records who have just taken a wrong turn somewhere. So it'll be interesting to see what the families have to say.
Well, the key is otherwise, because they're not good. They clearly have some sort of mean streak, bad streak in them to want to take part in this kind of thing. Because listen, we were all teenagers. We've all done goofy things. But this is like a special level of stupidity. And then it starts to make, you start to wonder if maybe this game, which is now sort of because of this story and because of the Facebook connection, is starting to become clearer to us. You wonder how many of these other crazy random, what we thought were seemingly random acts may have actually been a part of this, like the weekend before where the guys in the limousine had jumped out and beat up these guys, and were videotaping that. There was a case on the L at the Chicago Avenue stop a couple of weekends ago where you had a guy videotaping this. And how prevalent do we think this actually is, Tisha?
Well, it appears that it's very prevalent. You brought up a very good point. Part of the reason why it's coming to the forefront is because of the social media. And we didn't have, the social media presence years ago when it was happening. And now it seems to be a new trend to post it on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. In this situation, for Maura, he died. And so that is what's really brought this to the forefront. I know a few months ago there was an incident on the train with a man that was punched out. He didn't die. And when police found him, he didn't even really remember the incident, nor did he want to participate in the investigation. And I believe the teen involved in that was simply given probation. So the reason why these three teens are getting punished the way they're getting punished is because Delfino Maura died. But had he not died, they may have just gotten a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. And again, because it's aggravated, or even because assault cases compared to everything else is going on, and especially when the people are younger.
And the disconnect there on top of everything else, to not even have the ability to perceive that putting that on Facebook could get you into trouble is just astonishing.
Right, Pastor Corey Brooks, as you guys know, was in town this weekend. He stopped in Chicago for...
He's walking across the nation, yeah.
And we asked him about this, and he said, a lot of these children have lost their moral compass. And he says it's up to us to give it to them. And he said, of course, this is also yet another reason why we're walking, yet another reason why he's hoping to raise some money for these youth facilities that he'd like to put across Chicago, because he says they don't have anything to do. But you have to wonder, and you have to think that maybe it starts in the home, that some type of disconnect, as you mentioned, Ro, is happening in the home that's leading a child to believe that it's okay to go out there and beat up somebody, and then to have the audacity to tape it and post it even shows you what level of disconnect is really transpiring.
Yeah, no question about that. All right, Tisha, thanks very much. We can see more of this tonight, Fox Chicago, 9 o'clock with Tisha Lewis. Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right.